going to show you an incredibly simple little garlic mushroom recipe now, which is incredibly simple to prepare and really will pack those mushrooms full of flavor. So the first thing we're going to do is 12 mushrooms of roughly the same size. Don't worry if they're not totally uniform in size, but get them as close as you can so they all cook at the same speed. And we're going to remove those little stalks. I've actually washed my mushrooms in advance. You want to make sure that you've just sort of taken off any little blemishes off them. And the easiest way if you're cleaning mushrooms is a little damp cloth, because they absorb quite a lot of water. So just brush them off with a little damp cloth, remove any of those little blemishes. So there you go, you can see they're pretty much even in size. Now my pan is just heating up to sort of a low to medium temperature. We're going to cook these quite gently. Just a couple of teaspoons of pure olive oil from Don Carlos go in there. And we're just going to place our mushrooms in there very gently to sort of brown up, which should take about 4 or 5 minutes over a low to medium heat. Now, as those mushrooms cook over that nice controlled heat, I've kept my stalks. Best part of the mushroom, loads of flavor in the stalks. A lot of people will throw these away. Bad move, because they really are absolutely full of flavor. So I'm just going to chop them up. And then just using my knife, just run the knife through there until it's a nice, small, even dice. So mushroom, nice, fine dice. We're also going to add in some parsley. What we're trying to do is really keep the flavors very nice and clean in this recipe. Because we're using that nice olive oil, it really does allow the sort of parsley and garlic to shine through and retain its flavor. So just pick away the parsley. And then to chop your parsley, just crumple it up as tight as you can into a little ball and then run your knife through it. Now if we just have a little peek at our mushrooms and just flip them over, you can see they're taking on a lovely golden brown, even colour. They're not going to take as long on this side, maybe only about a minute or so. Because we've got that lovely low controlled heat, they're not going to sort of burn or anything like that. Just even golden brown colour all over. Now my mushrooms are cooking away. I'm just going to take them off the heat for a second. What we're actually going to do is we're just going to remove them from a pan, just onto your plate. And we're just going to pop that pan back onto the heat. There's enough olive oil in there. We're just going to set our mushrooms to one side and we're going to make our lovely garlic topping. So starting off with our garlic, our chopped mushrooms, and we're just going to cook that down for about a minute or so until we get some colour on those lovely stalks. Okay, so some incredible aromas coming off that garlic and mushroom mix already. I'm just going to season it up with a little bit of pepper, small sprinkle of sea salt, and then the final ingredient, which really brings everything together, is that lovely parsley. Just in at the last minutes as it keeps its nice, fresh green colour. We'll just bring that together for a second. The olive oil really does sort of help to bind the whole mixture together. And we'll take that straight off the heat so as the parsley keeps that colour. Bring back our mushrooms. And just very gently, using a spoon, a little bit of the mixture into each one of those mushrooms. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pop that back onto the heat. 1 more teaspoon of olive oil, and we're just going to place our mushrooms back into the pan just to warm them up for about another minute or so. If you wanted to prepare this in advance, you could just as easily pop them into the oven if you're a little bit busy running around the kitchen. But in those go. Now, our mushrooms have been warming up there for about another minute or 90 seconds. I'm just going to take them out and serve them up straight away. Flavors coming out of that pan are absolutely divine. Now, pop the last one on there. Very, very quick and simple little starter. Took only a few minutes to prepare. 4 simple ingredients in there. It's little simple garlic mushrooms.